somewhere in a camera cast.
Yeah. Am I crisp? Am I clean?
Yeah.
I'm clean, as Coulter said earlier. I'm so clean, but a little blue.
So fresh and so clean.
Jake, can you turn one of the old cameras a little bit?
No.
Okay. Just a little towards Rio.
Okay.
We don't need to
Just
see
a
me.
little bit of...
Smile, Rio.
There we go.
All right. Welcome to Candlekeep Mysteries. We're doing episode 54. We're right in the middle of the Scrivener's Tale. Anybody care to mention what we did last time? It was mostly combat.
Yes, so we split up into 3 distinct groups. Group
Why
1.
did we split into groups, Coulter?
Because Hero had an emotional several months or years, and he's dealing with that. So I got kidnapped and was trying to deal with it on my own. But I mean, of course, what are you going to end up doing? You just have to blow things up and teleport. It's the only thing that people in Baldur's Gate seem to understand these days. On the flip side of it, our 2 lovebirds, lest they know that they are. We're on their way to
I
a
don't think
splendid
Cheryl knows that he's a
evening-
lovebird.
The kids.
Yeah,
the
the
kids.
kids.
We're on their way to a splendid date at the Mermaid, Blushing
Blushing
Mermaid tavern when they got ambushed on the street by a couple of giants with drow wizards on their backpacks. And lastly, a chicken and a turtle got also trapped.
Hey. No.
Hey.
No, I was the chicken.
Oh, I think you were talking about Griffey. My bad.
Also got ambushed by a wizard with some giants back at the tavern. As I escaped first, just because of happenstance, I ran back and joined up with the kids. We dispatched of our giants, while meanwhile back at the tavern, our turtle and chicken dispatched of their giants, alone, with a final move of the 2 wizards being impaled behind a curtain. And I believe
Dramatic.
we left off at the end of the combat with the 3 of us together and the 2 of you together, everybody trying to catch their breaths as we try to figure out what the hell is going on. Meanwhile, last thing, because yours are much more concise and I'm kind of all over the place, apologies. Several of the party members were contacted by the princess to beseech them to fight the Queen of Air and Darkness, who these giants and wood elves seem to be minions of.
I forgot about that.
That's why we do recaps.
Yeah.
Recapitulated.
Yes. So you are now in your separate areas. You guys had messaged Benlin to let him know you were with Henry and Paige. And you had gone back into your chicken.
Immediately after
Sad chicken, that's right.
Beautiful
Everyone doing
chicken.
me at home.
I'm nestled in between Bo's head and his shell.
All right. Well, let's start with you 3 then. I'm assuming, are you going to continue to the Blushing Mermaid, or will you be returning to the Elf Song?
How much did you tell us when we ended?
He told us that he proposed. I remember that.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then I'm going back to the tavern for sure.
Yeah.
Rain check on dinner?
Is there food at the other tavern? This is obviously very important. Yes. We should eat.
It was a lovely dinner. Before everything.
Yeah.
Rain check on the
On
Blushing
that dinner.
Mermaid.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
Other
we
dinner.
gotta go. I wouldn't
Okay.
miss this for
Yes.
the world.
Is there going to be a
Recorded.
deposit?
Um,
Are they going to charge you for canceling?
Probably
I didn't give them accurate card info, no.
accurate card info. So you gave him the wrong CVV scroll.
Are you saying that you scammed the customer service at the Blushing Mermaid?
And with
you
that,
have-
check
do you
out our
have
sponsor,
sword-
Hello.
Do you have Sword Coast Express? Sword Coast Express, or
I have on
We sent
Discover.
a Raven.
do you have Sword Coast Express or Vista? Because Vista, like,
Oh, sorry. They only accept Master Bard.
oh,
And
Okay, I'm going home now.
with Sword Coast
Time.
Express, all of my transactions are covered, and because I'm traveling, it's insured.
no.
You also get
Oddly
points
enough,
back
it's still
on it.
just Discover though.
Never changed.
Anyway, so dinner is canceled.
That dinner's canceled.
Other
Actually
dinner,
having
grab
dinner.
and go at the tavern as they're cleaning up, and I
Grab and go,
the
or
food
grab
and, go.
and sit down forcefully while they talk.
Don't worry, Benlin bought a lot of food.
We will eat.
Dinner first.
Kirill, how quickly can you get there?
Well, mildly? How fast can you walk?
We can go rather fast. Can you
Yeah.
take someone when you do the whole?
Yeah.
Okay,
You just have to be willing. I can't just like drag you by your ear into the door.
that's valid.
Yeah.
You grab a hold of Kirill then, and then we'll do the race.
Yeah.
And then Paige takes off and starts doing all of his cat speed movement back to the tavern.
As Kirill says, please don't tell me you're about to demand.
Door. Yep.
And I think we've said canonically that's how we race. Is I just sprint and jump and climb, and she just
Yeah, that was
dimension door,
kind of how we
dimension door,
like
dimension door.
train. Yeah.
That's cute.
It's like it's tag, but then I dimension door on a roof, and he's got to get up there, and then I dimension door back down.
I imagine he loses
Workout.
a lot then.
Openly.
See, if I dimension door into a wall, though, it's just gonna bounce off the door. It hurts.
Yeah, straight line, please.
Candy.
Okay, so you guys are heading back. Let's go to you two. What are you two doing?
I don't speak chicken Benlin. We need to find everyone else, right? Are you?
Wrap a wing around your head.
Where are you guys?
We're in the tavern still.
The tavern with all the busted out walls.
Ruins of the tavern.
And then Benlin is only responsible for some of.
I'm gonna find one of the waiters and be like, so
I did give them money.
Yes,
I threw them
you did.
500 gold pieces before I turned back into a chicken.
Let's say a group of them are discussing what to do. A couple are trying to get patrons to make sure they're not injured. Unfortunately, the kitchen is going to be closed because of all this damage, and likely the authorities will need to make some inquiries.
I point towards backstage,
I'll go walk backstage.
and then I point at the wizards.
I should search them, yeah? Yeah. Can I search them?
Yes, please.
I love how Benlin didn't turn into a rooster, he turned into a chicken.
Yeah. I'm just picturing the Muppet Chicken this entire time.
He's my Gonzo.
Her name, what is her name? Clarice?
Petunia?
No, it's
It's a
I
C.
used to know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be Clarice.
9.
Okay. Well, you find
Camilla.
each of them are wearing a black glass ring. Looks like it might be worth a few gold pieces, but not much else that they're using. What they have on
Is
them.
this weird? It's glass. Don't
We'll cast detect magic on the ring.
No magic.
All right. I'm gonna leave them then.
Okay.
What? No.
I would like to get down and investigate as a chicken, please.
Okay. Well, I guess as a chicken, might be harder to investigate a body without fingers.
12. So I have a better perception.
Wow. All right.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, you don't find anything additional of interest, things.
I don't know what that means.
You, in between one breath and the next, Bo, you see that female smoky figure in your mind, and she looks very proud of you. She's like, very well done. I think that you might be the most reasonable of this bunch. Thank you so much for taking down those actors. I feel strongly that you will be able to free me from this book.
Bok.
Well, this is becoming very troubling.
Who are you?
I am the princess of the Shadow Glass. You know of me. You know of my tale from the Scrivener's tale. Although the author did not know what he was doing.
Do I also see the princess?
Okay.
Or is it just Bo?
If you notice with your perception, you notice he's kind of seems to be talking, and then now, yeah, you're pulled into the vision as well.
As a chicken?
As a chicken. I'm afraid your friend has some brain damage, but I think you can see to him later. Freeing me from this book has to be your number one priority. Look at you. You're already beginning to succumb to the curse.
What? The what? What curse?
She's indicating the writing that's on your body from the
How is that? It's just writing, right? It's not. How is it a curse?
I'm afraid it will just get worse and worse. Poor Machill ultimately succumb to the effects of this curse.
I turned back into Benlin, writing on his shoulders, and go, "Didn't you give us this curse?"
I would never do such a thing. It was that horrible Scrivener who's cursed you.
So, but isn't the Scrivener Machill?
No, Machill was the one who found the Scrivener.
This is
stone.
Benlin.
Oh, okay. No, Machill was just a pawn, in the Scrivener's ultimate.
Okay, so
Plan.
full disclosure, the only one who's read your stupid book is Henry. So if you're expecting us to just know what's going on, you have to be more clear.
Trust me. I am very powerful and will have nothing but good intentions for this world. I was betrayed by the Queen of Air and Darkness, and she banished me here. And then that horrible Scrivener trapped me in this book. And now I'm stuck with you all to help me escape.
I look down as you look up as we meet eyes and go, "Oh yeah, she's definitely evil."
Well, it's been really nice talking to you. I'm sure that we'll meet up again later, and
We're working on freeing you from the book. If you could stop calling us, that would be great.
She cuts the vision.
I think we really got
You
you
guys-
there.
As you guys are walking back, you also are kind of pulled into a vision, the three of you together. My darlings, wonderful job dispatching of those agents of the Queen of Air and Darkness. There will be more, I fear. But you all seem very capable. Please tell me you'll help me escape from this book.
How do we
Carol?
do that?
The secrets lay where the book was originally found. I don't know where those ruins are, but
Oh, we do.
no. Oh, excellent, because you've done so much research already. You're so intelligent. Almost as intelligent as me.
Like the ruins where I picked up the book on the ground, or the ruins where the Scrivener found it?
Those ruins, the Scrivener.
Those ruins. Oh, I don't know.
The Scrivener who, I'm telling you now, his curse exists on your bodies now. So time is really of the essence.
Tattoos.
Princess, Your Highness, I say this with the utmost respect, and only as a means of perhaps clarifying things a little bit. You come off as a villain. I've worked a lot with image rehabilitation for my group as a whole. We've unfortunately knocked over a lot of things as we've been trying to do good.
Not
And
fault.
I'm sure that's not what you intend with the way that you communicate, but it is disconcerting.
Insidious.
Perhaps you'll forgive me for not being the greatest communicator while I'm trapped in a book. She cuts the vision.
I didn't ask her if you pan.
Does she know how many times we've gotten trapped in a book?
That's exactly what I was going to do.
How rude.
Or you just hear that shouting in your head.
Wait, you've been trapped in a who?
We've been trapped in several books at this point.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
To be perfectly honest, because I have a feeling she's listening still, I was intending on helping her, if only to see what happened.
Yeah, that was the next logical step of the plan. But if there's one thing I don't like being, it's rushed.
Agreed.
Is this y'all's first time with a voice in your head?
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Dimension door.
I'm just saying you get used to it after a while.
The
you
only
know?
voice in my head is mine, and mine's loud enough.
Yeah.
What does your door look like? Out of
Um,
curiosity.
I pictured, honestly, just like not an actual door, but just like as if I reached out and then whatever, like a rectangle of this became 2D, and then it's just like a void, like a glowing orange and black void behind it. And then you just like, whoop, into the orange and black glowing void.
I
You
like
pop out the other side.
What does Kyril's look like?
Yeah, what is curious?
Is it a very fancy gilded door?
it is a real kind of like almost like red mahogany that just kind of starts to materialize as if pixelating from the ground up with gold inlays throughout it and like a gold frame and a very ornate handle. So that's like he opens it to go in, and then the other side that materializes as well.
I just rip open reality and step on through it.
Kirill goes to do it, and I go, "You see why yours was jarring?
They just gotta whoop. There's the void. Get in.
Jarring. I've been trapped in books, let alone the void." As I walk towards Kirill's.
I didn't know you'd been in a book before. As I go through mine.
Hey, Bo.
Yes.
I'm gonna go kitchen and press cook. Can you handle this?
What am I handling?
I don't know. Whatever they want us to handle. I mean, your bird horse is pooping on the ground.
Rippy! We talked about this.
So you
I
try
move
go
to the
into
kitchen and start
to-
cooking.
Okay, that's excellent because there's many irritated customers who did not want to hear that the kitchen was closed. I would say the authorities of Baldur's Gate probably are arriving about now. They do question everybody, but ultimately determine, that you guys
We're attacked.
were not,
Or the
responsible, that you were attacked, and that you, in fact,
Have they arrived then?
we'll say they're questioning the staff now. You guys are returning, maybe.
I would like for Kirill, that ornate door appears on this tavern stage, and he flings it open, crying out, Benlin, seeing the damage,
No.
and starts like just running through, like kind of pushing people out of the way, crying out.
Bo, depressed cooking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means there's food?
There will be meatballs for sure.
Oh, I hope he's okay.
You're okay?
I'm fine. Yeah.
And he's cooking.
Yeah, he's upset.
Aw.
Why did you just disappear?
I was kidnapped.
What?
Okay, but why did you just disappear? Wait, you were kidnapped? What? By who?
Kitchen.
You were... Oh, okay, yeah.
I need to know the order of who comes in the kitchen.
I feel like I would have slipped into the kitchen as soon as I.
As soon as you come in, I go, for a coastal town, they have really bad seafood, so I made hair paella.
I'm like, oh, as I like try some of your food and just eat while comforting you.
The mussels are pretty fresh, though.
They're pretty good. I like them a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How are
There's
you?
also soup, and I have cookies in the oven.
Oh, okay. I go get a bowl of soup. Hand it to you.
Soup's not ready yet.
Okay.
And I would come in shortly after. All right, what do you need? As I'm like tying up an apron. How do I help you?
I was thinking crudités. Crudités sound nice, right?
These do sound nice, yes.
There's a tropic station over there.
You got it.
It tastes just carrots.
No.
Oh, it looks like
Why is she in my kitchen?
I'm helping.
As the doors fling open with a gust of wind and flashing lights, which are all very mild because it's just 3 different effects of prestidigitation going off at once. And with that wind still blowing through my hair, making my cape wave behind me, I stand in the doorway, surrounded by the light, and yell, "You were fine and you didn't look for me?" All I'm saying is there are so many other things wrong with the situation. I was originally coming here to apologize, and then I'm finding out that I wasn't even fucking missed. I was only gone for a second. You know that I wouldn't leave you that long. You brewed for months. I don't rude for months. I just needed to collect myself. The answer is yes, but we have things to work on.
You break out of your emotional thing and find Benlin chicken just sitting on the ground.
Oh, did he just try to chop chicken?
We did.
Bok, 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 bok. I don't know if am I getting the tone right?
I scoop up the chicken under an arm. Did he give you instructions on how to finish what he started?
As all the veggies are now chopped, and I'm
Thank you. And I will just walk out with the chicken.
Wait, did he say yes?
Well,
there comes a point where the communication via verbal wordage it almost becomes secondary.
Okay.
I've been around this since I was very young.
I'm still not used to them.
Those are raw veggies.
I trained him so well. How dare you touch the food before it's done?
I like veggies.
There's a whole barrel of raw veggies over there.
I grab a bell pepper and I'm just like, as he's cooking.
Let's look over. This isn't the Fae. Put it down.
Bo looks like dishes all right. Whatever he started like messing with, I'm gonna go clean.
I love when you get high enough level in Dungeons and Dragons, just all spaces become your space.
Yeah, it seems like it.
I'm just saying, what are the owners gonna do? Talk to us? We have cantrips that could kill them.
To stop you.
Well, none of the waiters
Good
are.
person.
I know, but I'm just saying, like you walk up to some guy who just blasted a hole in a building. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you can't cook in here.
So you blew up the whole lobby and then you're like, I'm gonna cook. And they're like, you know what? All right, strangers. Yeah.
I mean, we're prepping a lot of food.
Yeah.
Helping, actually.
Okay. The authorities question you all, but determine that you weren't involved.
The whole time I have a knife in my hand.
Yeah, and a lot of the staff comes in and maybe helps, but then kind of sees that you guys have it taken care of, and they're like, well, maybe we should just go.
I mean, the staff can stay for a meal too. They gotta get fed.
Yeah, maybe they will. It's pretty
I
charming.
made great soup and hair paella.
It was
and crudités
delicious.
and
Yeah.
cookies. Make sure my cookies get out of
Did you
here.
say hair paella?
Yeah.
Like rabbit.
Okay.
Like hair.
Oh, I was thinking like hair. I was like,
Oh,
Took me a second to.
No, their seafood wasn't that great, so I made it
okay.
out of wraps.
yeah, I heard hair too, and I was like,
I don't know what paella is.
soup.
Paella is kind of like garbage casserole, but from Cuba.
garbage.
It's not from Cuba.
It's like
All right.
Where I learned it is from my Cuban relatives.
it's.
And you gotta just throw a whole bunch of shit in a thing, like a wok.
Don't.
Yes, that's what you do.
This
You put
one
it over,
is a
you take an oil barrel filled with stuff, and then you put a thing on top of it, and you just throw stuff in it.
This is a kind of
being interviewed. he's chopping as it's happening, and I'm giving the most like dramatic. And then we were attacked. Oh my god! I was just trying to get.
Oh, I took you to Army.
It's hungry. And it's just a very dramatic interview.
Oh,
Well, that's very strange. We haven't had Fomorians in Baldur's Gate in 15 days, so pretty cool.
Came for just a nice holiday and getting attacked on the street on the way to dinner. I don't know.
That's fine.
It's just a whole.
I hope you haven't brought trouble into our city, because it seems awfully coincidental.
Listen. It's just going, and the whole tattoo is just still.
Why don't you make
Yeah.
me a performance check?
Performance?
Yeah, well,
All right. I'm not a bard this time. That is cocked. Land correctly. That's a solid 11. No, that's
Still
a 10.
kind of a bar.
You know what? You can't take the bard out of the character.
you're going on a list for the Baldur's Gate security to just
That's
kind of
fair.
like a watch, not like a
Watch.
not a no-fly list, but like a maybe
She may be
caution
a problem later list.
list. Yeah.
watch out for this one, Liz.
Have we been to Baldur's Gate before? I mean, like,
I have.
in game.
I think once
Was
one of
your
the other
game in
adventures
Waterdeep or
was in
Baldur's Gate?
I think it was in Baldur's. No,
No,
Yours was in
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep. I think
Waterdeep.
Oh, then
Baldur's Gate, I think, was when we met the Were-Rats.
No, that was Waterdeep.
It was?
I don't know.
I had one game in Waterdeep. I don't know, because that's the one you guys
Because
hijacked.
that was Mazroth's Mighty Transgressions. What about Yellowcrest Manor? Was that Baldur's Gate?
That was Waterdeep.
That was Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
That's the one he's talking
wait.
about right now.
We were talking about it, I think, in character last session. Yeah.
Like, we've been here
you guys
out of
haven't.
character.
Yeah.
But I don't think we've ever been here on business and caused collateral
On
damage
business,
before.
yeah. Well, but like my whole backstory
Well,
is
you
I've
guys-
just gone around stealing shit for years, and then we were talking about that I had been to Baldur's Gate, so I've definitely stolen from here before,
Okay,
for
yeah.
sure.
Oh,
For
well, it
sure.
makes sense that you're on this list now.
Yeah, it's been.
All right. Anything else want to do anything before I guess you rest for the evening? I assume.
I want to know.
It's been a long,
I'm sitting on our
long
pillow.
day.
Yeah.
Angry chicken
So-
noises.
So I want to paint the scene first. Walk into the room and set the chicken down. Every piece of glass and anything breakable in the entirety of the room is shattered all over the floor. There are scorch marks from lightning bolts having gone off on multiple spots, and a broken chair with a set of restraints and the bag that was on my head broken in the corner of the room.
And then I turn back into Ben because you don't speak chicken, right?
I don't.
I will next level.
Could you take out the speak with animal scrolls I had prepared for you?
You will face me as a genasi. You will face me as a genasi, or you will not face me at all.
So I turn back into Ben and I'm like, well, I didn't know you were kidnapped. I'm sorry. I got attacked by giants as soon as you disappeared.
And did not come up to the room to check.
I was being attacked by giants.
You were not when I arrived
Well, you arrived before I had a chance to...
go to the kitchen and start cooking.
Well, Bo said that you were gone.
What matters is that we're both safe. And not too worse for wear. As I'm
Honestly-
sitting here limping at 20 hit points.
I mean, Ben was at 77, which is low for him. I didn't know you had been kidnapped. Is that why you didn't answer me? They teleported you to the room?
No. No, I did that.
So you did run away.
I just needed a second. I was planning on coming back, but I wasn't expecting this.
And I was planning on spending a night as a drunken chicken.
What you have to understand is that something I'm still trying to get over is not being a stand-in. And I always looked at the fact that we were not married after this many years as acceptable because you were married, and that did not end well.
To be fair, I was just engaged.
Not the point. I just didn't want to be a replacement for a person who I'd never met who had made you happy.
Kirill, the only reason I never asked you before is because I thought you would be happier with your independence. I never thought you'd say yes. So when you disappeared, my gamble kind of didn't work out. I mean, it has now, but at the moment...
What I wanted to say was that after some thought and before a bag was put over my head, I
Which again,
realized
I'm really sorry.
that it was my own insecurities working against me, and that you've never given me any reason to take anything that you've said outside of face value. So if you were going to make this commitment, then it was of your own volition, and it was not to replace him.
I don't think it would be possible to replace him. And I don't think it would be possible to compare you to him either. You're different people.
I know, but I can't. It's my own issue that I cannot stop doing that. It's something that I will continue to work on, but that's what I wanted to tell you is as soon as I closed the door, I knew that the answer was yes.
It really sucks that we have to deal with this evil princess.
She's probably listening right now.
She's super evil.
I told her about that,
Oh, me too.
and that the PR did not look good.
Well, I mean, she was basically screaming at me like, well, you're cursed, you're cursed. And I was like, yeah, obviously you cursed us so that we would free you.
We should eat.
We've both eaten.
I want to eat.
Well, my cookies should be done.
Okay.
Do you want a hug first?
Yes.
Oh.
Thank you for saying yes. Do you think a winter would be best? Or, I mean, with my complexion, white seems weird. As we're walking downstairs.
I honestly was thinking something maybe closer to spring, but I think that we should maybe wait to set a date until we figure out how to survive this situation, because I may not be alive by then.
I mean, honestly, this princess, blah blah blah. I mean, she can't be worse than the fucking beholder.
That's fair. And if I turn and walking into the kitchen, and if I turn into stone by the time we're at the wedding and we plan it for fall, it would look fantastic if we could get some vines growing up.
True. And I've gotten really good about turning stone into stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. What happens if I turn into stone?
Paige just calls out, "We're back to 0."
He said yes.
Okay.
And then I pop my my jug and start pouring wine.
Our jug of
Alchemy jug.
Alchemy jug.
This calls for celebration. I'll take a cup. Thanks.
Thank you. It's inspiration.
It's cute as hell.
You outbursts.
Anyway, as I'm like eating cookies, it's like, does this place have ice cream, or do they not have the technology for that?
I think they can keep it cold enough through the summer months.
No, that's true. These are still good.
And then
You
while
left them in too long.
Henry, obviously next to us, was I like that when I was coming up? Like, I swear the vegetable measurements are off because so many raw vegetables were eaten before.
To be honest,
they were
you never had a problem eating my raw vegetables, but I could not serve fish for the first month you were here.
That's valid.
He
You're
ate them
just jealous.
straight off the bone. It was like a cartoon. He just like put them in and they'd come out. It's
Weird.
a party trick for sure.
Let's show him sometime.
The crudités needed a bit longer.
I think they're not crunchy enough, actually.
It's a veggie board.
I've seen stir-fried
Next time you're
crudité.
Oh, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
No.
There's like a stack of potatoes, and I just reach in and grab a potato.
In Candlekeep, crudité is cooked.
I don't want to get
It's like
that.
I veto that.
Could it
Not
be
you. Could it be cooked?
could it be flash fried like the
Yeah.
ahi tuna where it's like
Yeah,
just crisp
it's
on the
just
outside but
charred.
raw on the
Yeah.
inside?
That's charred. It's not crudité.
Cereal?
I don't cook, so I don't know.
Just roasted vegetables then. Are you happy?
I need to
French
probably
appetizer consisting of sliced or whole raw vegetables.
That are then lightly seared.
I'm gonna shut up now, though.
You're arguing with a chef.
I likely need to go to sleep because luckily in this universe going to sleep can heal you if you've almost died.
Yeah, but doesn't the curse progress when you sleep too?
I don't really have much of a choice.
You've been limping since you found us, so
Invasive princess, do we have time to go to bed?
that's not.
Please don't call her.
She didn't respond.
Shocker.
Can we all agree to have minimal interaction with the princess until she tries to kill us?
To be perfectly fair, I have not attempted to interact with her a single time that I have.
I don't think we have a choice when we interact with her. Is kind of what I'm finding
I'm just
out
saying,
here.
whenever we talk to her, it should just be chicken noises from now forward, because that seems to really annoy her.
Oh, okay. Kill us faster. Great
What
idea.
if she responds to the chicken noises, though?
With more chicken noises.
She's
Well, some of
a
us
dream
speak chicken.
princess.
It's true.
So what are we doing tomorrow?
Oh,
like,
and
the
then
plates
going
are being
forward, let's keep the mental up as often as possible.
Okay, I just don't want to be intrusive.
I didn't like being that far away from you guys and having no way of checking in.
Do you
Aw.
think she can hear our mental chat?
Oh, then
I mean, Kirill got kidnapped and I didn't even realize it until Bo told me.
I didn't either.
so what's the plan for tomorrow?
I was like, wait, don't hold.
No, because you saw
Wait,
the
wait,
wizards coming out of our room. And then you looked in. Like, you ran past the destroyed room and saw Kirill was gone.
Right, but I didn't know that he got kidnapped.
We were the only ones.
I might have
that got
done that
kidnapped,
wrong
I think.
because I netted it. That might have been my bad.
Yes, I don't think he did know that.
I thought we knew you had been kidnapped because the wizards came out of our room looking for you.
Oh, I don't know, because I don't think you ever talked to them. I think you just
I was
ran
running
past
after
Bo.
them the entire
He was trying to find them, and then
So that I'm just saying that was my assumption, is that we
okay.
knew you had been kidnapped because they came out of the room yelling, "Where did he go?" I thought that's what had happened. So that's my bad.
it's kind of better. I think Kirill will be more mad
Well,
if he thought that you knew he was
I
kidnapped.
think that's though, not though if they're like, where did he go? We knew he disappeared. So maybe they were just watching him and they're like, where did he go to?
Yeah.
I don't think I would have assumed.
And I was, to be fair, fighting two giants by myself for a long time.
I was trying to get there.
And then by the time I'd finished with the giants, you had messaged me saying you were okay. So yes, I was fair for me to go cook. How dare you?
Anyway.
Defended. In defense of Benlin.
I never got a response to my message about having been kidnapped.
I did. It was chicken. I said, I'm so glad
Chicken
you're
noises.
okay.
I don't speak chicken.
Why don't you speak chicken at this point? It's been years. You know when I'm sad. You know when I'm sad, I like to make meat omelets. You know that.
Me omelets. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Any omelet that you fed Henry better not have came from Chicken Benlin.
No, I only do that when I'm depressed.
All right, I'm long resting.
Yeah, it's. I
Do
would
we
like
get
to
to
go to
long
bed.
rest?
Do we
Yes,
get the long
you guys can finish up in the kitchen and head on to bed.
I was not doing well. I had like maybe 2 hits left,
Oh,
and I think I had 3 spell slots left.
nice.
What did the most damage? Was that before when you got to us, or was that before from the?
He did most of that
Before.
damage to himself.
You just shatter on yourself, didn't you?
It was the lightning bolts.
The light- oh,
did
okay.
the most, but
Okay.
yeah, I did some of the damage to myself.
Awesome. All right. So the next morning, everybody make a charisma saving throw.
Ooh, are you sure it's not
Oh,
Constitution or Wisdom?
No, she sure.
I'm pretty sure it's
She
charisma.
sure. charisma.
Are we sharing rooms?
So I would obviously they're sharing a room. Maybe Paige and Bo are sharing a room, and Emery's on her own.
I thought we kind of decided that Bo just sat in the floor of whoever's room and then just went into his shell. I thought that's what we had decided.
I don't remember that.
That way we don't have to pay as much money.
I don't remember that. Whatever.
You guys are
But
doing pretty well financially. Maybe you all would have your own room. Like it's not like.
Did you guys get a room
everybody-
here or at the Mermaid?
I think we got a
we all
room
got a room here. Yeah.
here. Yeah,
They were
we were
just-
You guys
Yeah, there.
just talked. You were like,
I'm
no, you
assuming-
don't want to eat dinner here tonight.
I'm assuming we're sharing a room. So you get a plus 40 to your save.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Peaceful.
Yeah, I'd
You can
probably
sleep
be in
on
my
our
own
floor.
room, honestly.
Probably not.
Plus my
So-
Plus 4, baby.
Yeah.
You don't know we're doing this?
Plus 4 to all
You
your
couldn't give
saves.
me bardic inspiration
I think
before
at
I
this
woke
point-
up.
And look,
In my
see
sleep.
with the boys.
you and I
You wake up first, give me inspiration, and then I wake up.
I've been like, share a room. No.
Oh, wait.
What did you get on your save?
23.
Excellent. You are fine.
I imagine
Good
at
old
this point,
charisma.
Bo and Paige have like a solid roommate thing going.
Yeah.
Where it's like, all right, good night, good night.
Yep.
And then Henry gets her own room.
Living the good life.
22.
Okay. Great.
23.
Great.
I spent my inspiration for a 19.
Dirty 20.
Okay, so Benlin finally gets the first 20% of everybody else fucking made it, but you get the first 20% because you hadn't really rested yet. So you finally get that 20% of writing from the Scrivener's Tale on you, and you probably already could read and write Sylvan, but if you could not, you can now. But you don't have a shadow, which I guess you would find that out later. What are we up to this morning?
I roll over, look at Kirill, start examining him very closely. Did you get any more writing?
No, but you did.
What? Oh. It's on top of the moss. That's annoying.
If we.
Ow.
Sorry.
I reach over and pick one of your chest hairs and pluck it out.
It's deeply embedded. We proved it now. And Kirill, as still has like 3 books spread out on his side of the bed from having woken up a little earlier and started to look through things. I think that we need to take a look at the Red Quill Keep.
All right, can we do that today?
Well, okay.
How close can you get us with your...
How far away is it from here?
It's like a month's travel by foot, but you can like teleport. Obviously, Delimbrian is the nearest town.
Do they have a magic circle?
Might have that, that infrastructure.
And how far of a travel is it from Delibrium?
Oh, like a day.
Okay.
Should we go somewhere and find a magic circle, blah, 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 for Delimbrian?
Or I'm sorry, Daggerford.
Oh, we've already been there.
Yes, Daggerford. Go and knock on the other doors, like just throw on everything.
I imagine, if I'm overstepping, let me know, but I imagine Paige and Bo have this like, okay, limbs, good, no scars, corners, everything's clear, cool.
Daggerford and 10!
Henry, are you awake, sweetie?
I was up uncharacteristically early. And if I have a window in my room, I don't know how the tavern's set up, but if I have a window, the window's open and I'm just sitting like on the ledge, like just chilling, like legs out the window, just trying to read the words upside down and trying to figure out like what part of the book that I am.
Henry, it's Benlin.
Oh, hi, you can come in. I don't think I locked it.
I opened the door. I was like, we're going to be teleporting to Daggerford in 10. Are you ready?
Daggerford. Yeah, sounds fun. Never been there. Do they have a lot of daggers?
Surprisingly few, actually.
Oh. Where are we going again?
So we can go to the Red Ball's Keep or whatever.
Oh.
So we can
All
get
right.
closer to being killed by the princess who is obviously evil.
Oh, I kind of
Even
knocked
though
my
the
head.
Queen of Air and Darkness is also probably evil, so is this like an evil on evil thing?
It's like whoever's less evil, I feel like we just grovel. More powerful, less evil, that's the ideal. But more power, whoever's most likely to kill us, we grovel at their feet in that.
Also, you read the book. Is the Scrivener evil?
Is the Scrivener evil? I did read the book.
I mean, you don't get much sense of who the Scrivener is. He's just the narrator of this story, but the Scrivener the Scrivener is writing very positively about the princess, and like she did so much for this realm when she was exiled by the Queen of Air and Darkness.
Well,
she doesn't like
really,
them.
the Scrivener's vague, pretty non-descriptive, but he did really like the princess. So I don't know what that makes him. I don't know if we like who's more evil, the princess or the queen yet. So
Is the kitchen open for breakfast today?
They're getting a bit of a late start, so they're trying.
I guess we'll eat in Daggerford.
all right. And I just like kind of like roll backwards off the thing and land and just walk out the
And
door.
then I kind of close the door and we turn to you and we're like, the boys up?
I told them to be ready in 10. I heard talking.
All right, you want to help me with my armor? I'm assuming it's an armor day.
I'm assuming it's...
Did I hear that it was an armor day?
It's not really an armor day.
Every day is an armor day for me.
Okay, some of us have to take 10 minutes.
You hear the solid knee slap from him.
Paige, it's an armor day.
It's not Arbor Day.
I dimension door into your room.
Paige, why are we yelling when we should be in a mental conversation?
Sorry. In your heads, Arbor Day is in September.
What's
I'm not.
September?
We're talking about credit cards, and then someone brings up a month, and we're like, we don't have that in this room.
Well, because Faerun has its own months.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's delightful. All right.
That's exhausting.
All right, you guys are able to teleport to Daggerford, which is a much smaller little town, but they welcome you there in whatever fashion that Daggerfordians would welcome people.
Seeing as this is one of the places we can teleport, we probably come here pretty often.
Yeah. And it's also just such a success story. Like, it was named Daggerford originally because of this high crime rate and the a large amount of violent crimes that were happening with daggers. But through effort of mutual aid and community involvement, the citizens were able to really come together and support one another, build a better education system, and just kind of create a better Daggerford for the next generation.
I thought it was called Daggerford because of the shape of the river.
Dagger Fjord.
Some have said it's both.
No, then it would have been Dagger Fjord.
No, it's Daggerford. Like you ford the river at the dagger.
I just want a dagger. Can I find one of those here? I've never been
There's
here.
a
It's small.
knife shop, but they don't sell daggers. They only sell knives.
As we're walking through Daggerford, I thought it was because you take a dagger for your troubles.
No. Why do you guys think this is a crime community?
It used to be. It used to be.
No, it's always been very calm here.
Okay, yes, and.
Then why is it an armor bearer?
Do you guys want food, or do we want to argue about the
I would love a breakfast.
crime rates of this one horse town?
I would love a nice breakfast wrap. Yes.
Gus, table for 5.
Oh, you guys are here again, yay!
Actually, 7, and one's a supersized horse bird.
7.
Well, and then Chopgood kind of like nips at you.
You don't need your own seat.
Griffey can go forage. He can go hunt.
Okay, 6 then.
I'll get Hagrid. He really likes all of your guys' little buddies. That's off to get another server who is very
half
excited
giant
to
named
see.
Hagrid?
Yeah, very excited to see
Chopgood.
you all and Chopgood. Yeah,
And Griffey.
He's hunting.
he gives Chopgood a special treat, and he gets 10 temporary HP.
Oh, that's so nice of him.
I have a feeling that's going to come in handy.
Yeah.
Benlin just orders for the table like a bunch of shareable breakfast items. He's in a good mood. And he
There's a
doesn't want to hear
reflection.
Henry's stupid breakfast order.
Various forms of potatoes.
It's like about hash browns, home fries, latkes, and
Crudité extra dark.
Extra.
Yeah, super seared crudité, because everyone knows the crudité is seared.
I want my crudité extra raw.
Yes, absolutely. This is the way of things.
Because otherwise it would just be a charcuterie board.
All right. Have a
It's almost over, buddy. It's almost over. Should we take a break before hitting the next part?
weekend.
Maybe.
Like that, right? Let's go ahead and take a break.
Hey.
Hello. Welcome back. All right. So you guys had arrived in Daggerford. You have your map for the ruins of Delimbrian, about a day's away. And the special notation of the Haven of the Red Quill is potentially, I think, where you're all heading.
And we
Yes.
had breakfast. And we did some knife shopping.
Knife shopping. And
I would like to spend money on a new knife.
this was a very small town, so they definitely have, but they have their specialty blades. So you would you like to do the
I
shop?
would like to
Okay.
purchase one. I'd like to purchase a pretty knife.
Daggerford knives.
Daggerford's daggers.
I like that conceptually, like, there wasn't really any need for them to make daggers in this town, but because so many tourists came through expecting it,
They had
they
to.
filled the market eventually.
That's where Kiro
Like,
got that bullshit story. It was from the shopkeeper.
Is the proprietor's name Dagatha?
It should be
Little
Dagbert.
Shiv. Little Shiv.
Show me your finest dagger.
Ah, excellent. Well, they're all very excellent for your little tiny hands. Maybe we want one from over here. These have a quickness to them, a lightweight.
Oh, wait. Ooh. Got any flashier ones? I want something to dazzle my enemy as I stab them.
Oh, excellent, excellent. This one has a beautiful mother of pearl handle, and it is enchanted to make the wound infected over the long term. So
That's the
you
one.
can be like a Komodo dragon and strike in the night, and then they'll just die later from infection.
I like that. Less work for me. Sold.
Excellent.
careful not to nick yourself with that.
Oh, good point. I'll try. I'll
She's sold separately.
She's sold separately. But since we do have a lot of money, can I purchase a dagger?
Yes, 70 gold pieces.
I have
Whoa.
that.
Merlin goes, whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's fair.
No, it's not fair. What? 70 gold pieces?
Just be glad I'm
Mother of pearls.
Because it's an infection, that enchantment had to be very complicated.
Does it actually detect magic? Is the dagger magical?
Kimmy, do you mind if I...
Okay, so you detect magic, but that doesn't
Identify
force
it.
him to speak, right?
No, it just tells me if the dagger's magical or not.
I'll let your man tell you the truth of the matter. So if you do identify, you do detect that enchantment, but it only works twice.
Okay.
Twice?
Well, this magic is very tricky. I mean, I dare you to find another dagger of this quality.
I'll give you 25 gold pieces and a glaring review.
Well, you do all have a very good reputation in our town. Perhaps I would be willing to take 50 if you would be willing to go on a date with my son. He is a bit indoorsy, and so I feel like you might be able to serve him up some fun.
I'm gonna slide 70 gold over the counter.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It's probably for the best. He's not that interesting.
Oh, shit.
I go skipping out of the store with my new, very pretty, very poisonous dagger.
Careful with that.
I'm imagining, like, all of Lil Shiv's other children are like Daggerell, and like his daughter's name is Stiletto, and like all these things of like different kinds of knives, and then he's just got like Richard.
Ed. Yeah.
This needs to be said. I'm sorry, quick out of game. I did date a guy named Remington, and his entire family was named after different guns. He had a sister named Daisy, and it's just like
Daisy
all
a gun?
That's a gun brand, like a bullet brand. All of his siblings were named after gun brands.
Was there a set of twin boys named Smith and Wesson?
There was a Weston, his younger brother Weston, I believe. Yeah. No, it was their whole family, and it was a big Mormon family, so there was like 8 kids.
What was
Anyway.
what's the murder house? The
That's the Winchester.
Winchester.
We named geckos after guns.
Arizona. Like,
Back at the
We did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I would like to go upstairs and talk to the son.
This son.
And
cursed. We're cursed.
it'll take him just a moment.
He's reading, I guess, in his room.
Hey, Ed?
Who are you?
My name's Benlin Traparty. It's not important. Do you like girls?
Sometimes.
Okay. Do you want to be set up with a girl? Because your dad just offers us 25 gold discount for a girl to go out with you, and I just don't know if that's cool with you or not.
I mean, I don't get out very much.
Here.
And
I hand him a letter. This is a letter introduction for Candlekeep, and then I'll pull out a book, like a cookbook that I've written. Go to Candlekeep. There are so many girls who love books. You'll fit in great there. And get out of this little podunk town with your dad who's literally trying to sell your dick.
Thank you. I don't like traveling, but maybe I'll go there sometime.
When we come back through town, you can just come back with us, okay?
Okay. Maybe that's okay. The girl, I'll still meet a girl.
There's plenty of girls there who really like books. And if nothing else, I know of a place and a good friend of mine who will make sure you're happy.
Like a sex worker?
Yeah.
I've been to a couple of those. My dad really wants me to get out of the house.
Yeah. And the best part is, Candlekeep is just one big house.
Well,
If they let you live there.
I'll think about it. Maybe you can tell me when you guys are leaving. Maybe I'll come with you.
I'll stop back in.
One of his sisters is like, she pops out from behind a trunk. She's only like 7. I went to Candlekeep. I've heard so much about it. Guess what? And then she goes on like a long story.
What's your name?
I'm Stiletto.
Stiletto? Stiletto, in about 10 years, you have 10 years from now to
10
write
years? That's so long.
to write a book.
Oh.
And then you can go to Candlekeep whenever
I
you
know
want.
just the thing. And she runs away.
And come back down and like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Fair.
Okay.
I guess-
when we stop back through, we're gonna take that.
Oh God. Okay.
What did you?
Yes.
Not one of the better ones.
Are you recruiting to your
He likes to
little?
read books, and his dad's trying to sell his dick.
The kid he tried to set. I got my dagger.
All right. I mean, I guess we've taken in worse strays.
I'm just saying, like, this guy can then send one of his kids as an avow.
Yeah. All right. Not the point of our mission, but a side quest.
Well, I mean, the point of our mission is to try and get killed by a crazy princess, so I think this is an up.
I mean, honestly, better Ed than their youngest chef.
What's wrong with chefs?
I'm just saying, clearly they were running it.
I'm just glad that we're not in a book this time.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to go in.
I don't want to go in the book.
Still gonna ask you.
Knock on all the wood.
Knock on Henry's door a little.
Please hurry. You hear the princess in your mind.
Oh, God. Come on.
You're so close now.
We're,
You're getting there.
yes, we're here.
Can I cast silence on the princess?
Let's see what happens with that.
Well, we will set off for the Red Quill,
Excellent.
the haven of the Red Quill.
I just love how she's like, "Oh, great heroes!" and we're all just going like, "Oh."
I would love to think though that Henry's just used to hearing voices in her head because of Pan, that she just keeps walking. Like does not react, doesn't affect her. Not
Well, we're used to hearing voices in our head too. They're just usually voices we want to hear.
yeah. Well, Pan just comes and goes as he pleases. It's just when he pops up, he pops up. So I'm just kinda like, oh you again.
Have we determined if Henry's crazy or not?
Yes, we have.
Which is it?
So about,
Is this coming?
about 16 hours.
We're coming. Also, the next time I hear the princess in my head, I'm just gonna start screaming.
No, chicken noises. Chicken noises. She hates that.
She's gonna kill you guys first.
I was polite. I gave her PR advice. That's all I'm saying.
So you won't be first then.
Much
Later.
worse have tried.
So are we walking to?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
You guys can walk. I mean, if you want to rent horses or something, that would make the trip faster. But it's like a day's hike
Do we have teleported with our
and
ass
up
beaks?
into some hills.
There's no, we don't think there's a circle.
No. When we teleported here.
Oh,
We would have
No, we were
back.
in
Yeah.
We'll rent horses.
Okay. So that will probably make the journey like a quarter of the time. So if you want to do that.
You can ride a horse, right?
Yeah, I'm a hobgoblin, not a baby.
Not
What does that
goblin.
mean?
I
I'm an
mean,
earth genasi. I had to learn.
Well, culturally,
I've been doing many things before I came across y'all at a temple, so I was just trying to steal from said temple.
She was doing
Didn't
many
we
things,
save
like
you from said temple?
getting
I had it covered, okay?
getting
You just
kidnapped,
helped.
getting threatened. She
And
was
how
up
do you-
to a lot.
How do you think I got to those places to get kidnapped and attacked and threatened?
Exclusively by horse?
Sometimes. The point is, I
Paige,
know how to ride a horse.
Paige, I got you a riding dog. It's hilarious. I'm just kidding.
You're
How's it
lucky it's
feel?
also fun.
Just kidding. You're too big for that.
Oh.
All right, so you guys head up. The trip is pretty straightforward. There isn't a very old path that gets you up there pretty quickly with the horses' help. I would say maybe 2 hours into the journey, you're almost there. You're getting pretty close, and you see a green dragon in the sky. It kind of circles around, and then you lose sight of it again. But
Oh, that's not good.
It was pretty.
no, it is
kind
not.
of takes a flyby.
Was it green or emerald?
I think
both bad.
Pretty sure it was green. It wasn't very shiny.
How do you
gonna have to fight a dragon?
how do you know
Yeah.
it wants to kill you? That's kind of rude to assume.
It's chromatic. It wants to kill everything.
To be honest, seeing a dragon, period, isn't a great plan. We saw a metallic dragon on one of our adventures, and Paige almost got us killed
I did not.
over some chalk.
Nope, did not. Okay, so Henry.
What?
And I fill Henry in as we're walking about the time that this dragon was like, you guys can do anything, but you cannot steal from me. Nobody steals from me. It is the utmost. You don't steal from me.
You stole from him, didn't you?
Yes, of course I did.
That's nice. But you got caught, so
No, I didn't.
In light of
Oh.
the dragon, I think we should camp out tonight and then go on in the morning.
what time is it about, roughly?
I mean, you guys probably left shortly after breakfast, so it's probably like midday. You're arriving in the ruins of Delimbrian. It looks deserted, but yeah, there's ruins. There definitely was a great battle in this area. You're able to follow the map. You find kind of the library that is standing over the vaults, the Haven of the Red Quill that's located on the map. So you're like, okay, there's the library. That's where we're kind of heading towards.
I mean, I'm right now feeling full of vinegar and vim.
Oh, I just meant it would be handy for me to prepare some anti-poison stuff.
Ah,
Poison?
Do
Who's
we have-
poisoning you?
Time?
That's what I'm saying. If we camped out before continuing,
Okay.
it's up to you guys though. We could probably take him. It could be unrelated, but in my experience, it never is.
I'm just concerned.
In all of the mental chats. Hey, invasive princess of personal space. Do we have time?
I don't love that call, but I do want to help you all help me.
Excellent. Do we have time to prepare our entry?
We really don't. The curse is growing.
Hey, Princess of Eyeshadow. Can't you just make it not affect us as fast? Couldn't you just slow it down?
I have no control over the terrible Scrivener's curse that's upon your bodies and your mind.
That's
Insight
right.
check. Insight check. Because I've been wanting to yell insight check this whole time, and I keep saying to myself in my head, you're not there. And I am here now. Can I insight check her?
Can I assist?
It's tough because she's kind of just like a humanoid figure of smoky glass, so it's like you're not seeing any like expressions.
Oh, and then it was cocked.
Like, so you can't read her, like...
It's going to be a high DC to
Probably not gonna
determine.
get
That makes sense.
That's your insight.
That makes
Let's
sense.
check.
Not impossible.
Okay. 24.
Yeah, okay.
I used
You
my
can-
inspiration, and it
To
was
be fair,
cocked.
Helena, you can roll a deception check for her because she might beat it.
You're right. Let me go through that.
So I rolled the d12 that I got from inspiration, and it was a cocked 9, so I re-rolled it, and it came up at 12.
Yeah. I thought jump ball a little.
Yeah.
So you definitely get the impression that there is more that she's not saying.
Say it isn't so.
But I wouldn't say that you don't think she's outright lying to you, but you know there's something she's not telling you.
Your Highness,
Yes.
I feel that for us to best assist you, we should go into this with our eyes open.
Yes, oh Highness of Dirty Glass.
Oh.
I sense that perhaps you are not being completely transparent with us.
Well, I'm just trying to get out of this prison. You know, it's doing things to my mind and my spirit. I will say, again, the dragon is probably an agent of the Queen of Air and Darkness come to kill you all,
But how do you know that?
to maintain me in this prison.
Wait.
She hates me, the queen. She hates me so much, and her minions are legion. She will keep sending them over and over until
Why
you're dead.
does she hate you?
Because I was the rightful heir to the crown of Faerun, and because I was the most beautiful Fae in the area. She did not like that. She usurped my throne and exiled me, and then I came here and I was helping people. I was out of her hair, and then she trapped me in this book.
Technically, that was in the book.
That she probably wrote.
Question in game, like, did we tell her about the dragon?
No.
Okay. What dragon are you talking about, Princess?
The dragon that you saw while you were traveling.
How do you know we saw a dragon?
I know a lot of what you have been doing since you touched my prison.
So you can read our minds.
I mean, reading a mind is not like opening a book, so I wouldn't say I can read your minds, but I have a place in your hearts now.
Take out a stick and start writing on the ground. What? She can see what we see, Bo.
Okay, her name is the Queen of what and what?
Air and darkness.
Dirty glass.
Okay, well, it's the dirty glass thing. Those wizard dudes had glass rings that were dirty.
Oh yeah, no, she's totally playing us.
So those wizards were from her.
Probably.
From the
You're
queen?
a mean queen lady. I hate.
I wish they were my minions. Unfortunately, I've been cut off from all contact from those that love me and would help me.
If you
Yes,
were to have,
you have.
if you were to have minions, who would they be? Like, what would they look like?
I am friend to all, human, elf, gnome,
Formian.
rat.
Rat? Rat?
I don't like
You
rats.
say rat?
I don't know.
Really?
Of course, all creatures are special to me.
We have a very interesting relationship with rats specifically. It's funny that you mentioned them.
If you're a general rat, what
Maybe
would
it's
it be?
because it's been on your mind a lot.
In general.
I don't like this.
I don't like this either.
So, like, I think the
We
original
have to get the curse undone.
We're gonna get to the very end of all of this. Apologies for breaking again. And Helena's gonna be like, yeah, she was a good guy.
At this point, Paige just turns and goes, eh. Eh.
You know what would be really helpful right now? Mind blank spell.
wipe our memory. Good idea.
I haven't even offered you the special blessing that I can bestow if
No.
you are able to help me.
Would you mind telling us what it is?
She
Is
kind
it
of,
removing the curse that you put on us?
that will happen as well.
She didn't deny it.
She didn't deny it.
To destroy the Scrivener's ghost.
We got who?
And so she kind of waves her hands and like a circular crystal kind of starts rotating in the air. This will be the blessing of the shadow glass. And it will enable you all to cast shatter at will 3 times.
Oh.
It's so beautiful. And of course, that will be nothing compared to my adoring legions, who you will hold a high place in their hearts after this.
I walk over to Henry and kind of like grab your ear and go, "Hey, Pan.
That does not how it works.
Hey, Pan, can you get the Queen of Air and Darkness on the phone?"
Do you know the Queen of Air and Darkness?
Yeah, but I don't want to help that guy.
Oh, no, you know? What about the Princess of the...
And also, you don't just call the Queen of Air and Darkness, especially for me, because I fucked her, and it was not good.
Okay, so you guys, I don't want to know, and you guys don't want to know, but I'm going to tell you because I had to know. Pan fucked the Queen of Air and Darkness. Sorry, I think.
She's the sorry
So
one.
it's personal, and he can't get home.
Summon Boggle.
LOL.
Can Boggle get her?
Listen, Boggle's a psychopath. Bingle. Boggle.
How close are we to the vault?
Pick.
You're probably right outside. So the vault is kind of underground, but you're right next to where the library is, where it's marked. That's where the entrance to the vault is.
Is the library, does it still have like doors, or is it kind of like ruins where it's a
No,
little bit
it's all
open?
ruins.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all ruins.
Can I perception to see kind of like if there's anything moving or whatever within before we enter? Okay. 20. Dirty.
You sense that there feels like there's somebody around. Somebody maybe watching you.
With my passive perception?
No, you don't sense it with your passive, but with your active.
So with my 29 passive perception, I don't sense anyone.
You also sense that there might be somebody around.
What's even the point of making perception rules anymore? So I'm going to like carefully with my guard up enter the library to see if I can see where the entrance to the vault would be.
Okay. Let me see if there's a little description I want to read you guys. So the ruins, they're all worked stone. There's kind of the skeleton of some ceilings, so those were 30 feet high. Let's see. So you kind of walk towards the center of the building, and there's a huge circular pit. And you can kind of look down, and there's a narrow spiral staircase that descends 50 feet from the ruins on the surface. A weathered mosaic decorates the stairwell, depicting dwarves, elves, and humans working together to forge the realm of 3 crowns. The area reeks of decay, and you see a few birds kind of fly by, but otherwise it's very still, very quiet.
Speak with animals. Hey, bird.
We're so close.
Am I a bird? You are a bird! We're birds!
Hey, can you come down and talk to me for a second? I have food.
Birds don't talk to people! And they sing and they fly away.
Are we going inside? Are we went inside the library?
I would have followed you.
Well, she said the
honestly.
ceiling was skeletal, so I was
Okay.
trying to catch one of the birds.
I'm gonna Griffey, stay here, and you tell me if something comes here
Hey, Griffey,
and looks for us.
do you understand what he's saying?
Yes, he does.
Well, I have to speak with animals up, so what does Griffey have to say?
He does not address you.
I'm gonna start
He
down.
starts immediately trudging around the edge of the circle. Like,
I'm gonna start down the staircase.
Come with us.
I would have
This-
followed the
yeah.
other time, yeah.
anybody
place
who
must have
attempts to go down the staircase, make a dexterity saving throw.
This place must have been incredible before.
If you're within 10 feet of me, add +4 to that saving throw.
Did you come with us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, with the +4, 22.
All right, you're fucking fine.
I was
15.
my
Oh, you're still fine. That's
Okay.
my deck save is a +10, so that does
That's pretty helpful.
for
Yeah.
sure.
You guys are all so high level.
20.
Oh, well,
That's very good.
to be fair, my wisdom save is a +1.
Oh wow, very
My
different.
strength is a +0. My con is a
Ooh.
+2, and my dexterity and charisma are +10 and 11 respectively.
Nice, nice.
My charisma is
Very nice.
+14.
You
I
are
got that
one
+10
hot ass
charisma.
turtle.
That's my saving throw.
Honest.
Benlin?
I'm trying to roll it. It's suddenly not working.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put the little thingy on this map here.
The thingy on the thingy.
Hey, did you have a dream?
I'm
at
not
some
very
point?
dexterous, so I'm just gonna turn into a squirrel and ride Kirill down, giving him little squirrel kisses.
Okay. Seems like an interesting choice after I've told you to roll, but all right.
Well, you said they were rickety stairs.
They are. They don't look great. Okay, so you get to the bottom of this circular shaft, and the walls of this chamber show cracks and other signs of stress. Oh shit, that's not the right one.
Not roll.
Okay, so yeah, so you get to the bottom of this, and there's an archway that leads into the next room.
When it's green, that's when you want to be able to move. Yeah.
Okay.
Did that just reveal that?
Yes, it did.
Okay.
Okay. Check the arch for tracks.
Okay.
That maybe seems a little silly,
Like
but
before you move through it?
yeah.
Okay.
You know,
29 passive perception. Are there any traps?
I don't think that's because you're not
there-
actively passive. It's like you're seeing
Is
something in
there
the
a rock on
background.
there?
Like,
Teaser.
Yeah, there's a
Like-
lot of debris. And
So while they're talking about passive things, I just kind of pick up a rock and chuck it through the doorway.
kind of rolls along the floor and rolls to a stop.
Well,
I am just going to
13 on my deck save. That's how long it took
Is that a
me.
+4?
Well, plus 4, 17.
Well, if you are trying to walk down them and you got that, then you fell.
With a 17?
Sadly. Oh, the 17, no.
Okay.
Like you said. 14.
I still gotta go with the squirrel plan because that was the plan I came up with when I couldn't roll dice. But
oh, that's
I'm just going to take a couple minutes and cast detect magic, so I just have it up.
Okay.
Is the archway
you
magical?
should let Henry do it because she can do it without
okay.
spell slot.
Yeah.
detect magic. Can I do that?
I thought.
Yeah.
Don't you have that?
Well, we're gonna find out when I get there.
I thought that
Oh,
was
I
one
do.
of your
Yeah, yeah.
invocations.
It's a cantrip essentially for me.
Yeah, so we want to look at the arch and just make sure before we walk through it that it's not like a disintegration arch or something.
Well, it didn't
They have
disintegrate my rock, but
They have those.
detect magic. I guess it's an arch.
So you do sense conjuration magic emanating from like these two walls. Is that clicking? No, it's not with me. So both of these walls, like just inside the arch, the side walls are emanating conjuration magic.
Hey,
Okay.
those
everybody.
walls are glowing.
I turn back into
Conjuration.
Benlin and I summon a bird because I'm mad at birds.
Okay.
Like, hey, buddy, Could you walk about 20 feet in front of us?
I can fly,
No, I need you to walk.
but I want to fly.
I poof him and summon a kiwi. Hey, buddy, could you walk about 20 feet in front of us,
I like
please?
to walk.
This is walk good.
He walks in to
This is
the
fine
next area.
Find Trappington good.
Fun. You can't fly in here. You can only walk. And so we walked in there another afternoon.
I'm gonna follow the bird.
Same.
Okay, cool. So it's just kind of another chamber. The walls of this chamber show cracks and other signs of stress from the weight of 50 feet of earth and stone above, but have so far remained standing. The floor is covered in a thick layer of rot and debris, within which can be seen scraps of leather, the husks of countless dead insects, and bits of rusted metal. A doorway in the far wall has collapsed and is fully blocked by a pile of rubble.
I'm assuming this is our order, or not? Sorry.
I would be in front. But yeah.
Always.
I would have followed the bird immediately though, so
hard to
I don't know.
what you guys can see and what.
What's going on?
You can turn up your transparency.
As soon as the bird didn't die, I walked in first.
You
Okay.
walk through and it's fine.
Yeah.
You're kind of moving. You're looking
Yeah.
around that area again. You're just blocked from moving forward.
What's blocking us from moving forward?
Rubble. It's like the wall is or the ceiling is collapsed down.
Is it possible to determine how much?
It's it should be under
Let's see
on the
here.
laptop.
Is this it?
Yeah.
It says that it would take 3 hours to clear with like muscle. So that's how much. It doesn't say how much, but it's enough to where it would take 3 hours.
I
to
will
clear.
cast Stone Shape on it, making a stable hallway through it.
Okay. That works. And you were able to see on into the next chamber.
I am also activating my white sword, and
Right.
I am increasing the radius of its bright light to 30 feet. So we have light.
Vision?
No?
I would walk in and check
Why would I
anything. I
have
just
dark
go to the
vision?
doorway.
The rest of us have dark vision.
Why would I have dark vision?
As we're walking to the doorway and through the doorway, I kind of turned to Kirill a little bit. Oh no, are you in the back, Kirill?
I mean, we were walking together originally, but then
I didn't know what order we were in.
Oh no, she said she rushed forward.
yeah, both because her and I were
Well,
both
yeah.
the ones that were
Okay,
like
so
We were
checking things
chilling and
entering.
stuff. Yeah.
What order are we in?
Everybody else was trying to game the system, and Henri and I were just putting our lives in danger.
Yep.
What order are we in?
As a general rule, I assume Benlin's in the front because that's usually where he stands.
Right, but she said that she's going first.
This is fine. Let's just
Yeah,
keep going.
okay. But narratively wise, I turned to Kirill and I'm like, didn't we all, or some of us, or something, we all kind of dreamt about those 3 crowns?
Yes.
And there was just the kingdom of the 3 crowns and the what? Do you think that's going to come up again? I feel like that's going to come up again.
I think
feel
it's
like,
going to come up again.
I feel like she wants one of those, if not all of them. I don't know.
Don't put on any crowns.
I'm assuming she wants all of them. Don't say don't, because then she'll do it.
That's true.
Whatever you do,
Put on a crown?
All
With pleasure.
As you move into this,
at home.
this new rectangular chamber, there's a hallway directly in front of you, and then there's archways to the left and to the right. Through a layer of debris and dead insects coats the floor of this area, its contents remain largely intact. It has 4 trestle tables, a side table set with what looks like cups, and 24 chairs stand covered in dust.
did you make this map, Eva?
No, I got it from Hank.
Oh, this looks like an incarnate map. So
Well, it's that girl that makes the maps.
sorry. I was just impressed. I was like, good job.
Each of the archways is about 10 feet high, and the one to the west has the word Candeska inscribed above it.
What language is that?
It doesn't say that it's a different language, it just says Candeska.
I'm down to go whichever way has less dead bugs. If we're being honest here.
So far, I've seen about 100% saturation rate of dead bugs.
Great.
Is there any chance, and it's totally fine if there's like just no way that I would know, but is there a chance to roll like a history on Candeska or something?
Sure, I mean,
Sure,
you
give some
can.
context. Okay.
Actually, just I would say Arcana probably.
Okay.
And I didn't mention it, but when I was talking to Griffey, our telepathic bond is up to a mile.
Oh, okay.
So,
Cool.
if anything,
Uh,
he's aware of.
18.
Okay. You're getting the sense that it probably activates some kind of magic in that room.
Poke my head in that room.
Okay.
Shouldn't we always go left? Isn't that the rule?
What's where we're
Always
going?
good.
I thought the right one had Candace.
Sorry, the
West.
one to the west, which
Never.
oh, I get what you're
Sorry.
saying. Which way is north on this?
This is well. I'm assuming this
Okay.
is north,
I'm so sorry. Let me just okay, this one. Ah,
unless
This-
there's a.
this archway is the one I was talking about that has Candesca over
Okay.
it. So sorry. So okay, and then you
Unless
poke.
there's a.
I read this from this, but maybe it's because the map is different. That okay, so let me reveal that little area. Good.
I have speak with animals too. I just realized that.
Okay, and this area. Okay, this chamber is filled with moldering wooden furniture. Only 3 bunk beds remain recognizable as what they are, and all are close to collapse from rot. A door in the north wall has been smashed open, and a damp draft comes from beyond it.
Going to step into the room and tentatively say, Candesca?
These kind of glass orbs floating near the ceiling illuminate.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Well, like
Candesca.
Candescent.
Candesca.
Yeah, they stay lit.
Oh. Okay, so it's not an on-off thing. Maybe
Off.
on a timer.
I stick my head around Carol. Oh, okay. Neat. And then I walk in the room. Just like full on in the room.
Uncandesca.
Incandescent.
Nothing happens.
Decandesca?
I think when they're on, man.
Emery, you sense more conjuration magic coming from the wall, this back wall.
Ooh.
Dang it.
Is that where the door
No,
is?
so this kind of the back of the end of the room, so to speak, and then this is where the damp draft in the hole
Hey,
is.
bud, can you go touch that far wall for me?
Oh, the kiwi. He does, and yeah, nothing happens.
Well safe.
I'll walk over and touch the wall where I...
Bug.
Is there like... Yeah. Is there a way where it's like a spot where it's originating, or is it just kind of like the whole wall?
Oh, the conjuration magic. Yeah, I guess it's kind of the whole wall.
Okay. I'll just kind of walk up to it and kind of just touch the wall.
Yeah, it's still
What's going on, Henry?
cool to the touch.
No, it's cold. It's a wall. It's a magic wall somehow, but it's a wall.
So
Can you make an Arcana
going
check?
here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go touch the wall. Was detect magic not good enough for you?
Well, don't you understand magic stuff?
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna dispel magic the wall.
You do that, but the magic persists.
Can I roll an Arcana check on it?
Sure.
See, kind of like
Yeah,
what
to
it
be
is.
honest, Carol, it kind of makes sense. If it could be dispelled, it's been here for
I keep rolling sixes.
That was
11.
right, maybe.
Okay.
This is a 6.
Yeah, that doesn't really give you much insight.
No, it's like I said, conjuration magic wall.
I say in primordial, sometimes I miss Cindy.
Careful, I might speak primordial.
I'll go check the door with the draft.
It's like kind of a narrow tunnel that kind of leads off into the dark.
Do we want to check the other rooms or just try and follow this one to its conclusion?
I mean, we have a knack for finding the bad guy lair immediately, so I say we just follow our guts.
You could split up too.
Okay.
No.
Love that idea.
I vote go down this hallway.
I will go through the hallway.
This hallway.
Where the damp draft is coming from.
Where the damp draft is coming
Alright,
from.
so you
I
kinda
turn
make
to
your
Kirill
way.
before I go in there, and I kiss him, and I say, just in case I die.
Okay, so what's our order?
I mean, I'll bring you back.
I'll bring up the rear because I'm just gonna like give the wall another look and just kind of like, and then follow.
Well, I'm gonna let you go first because I'm gonna bring it through because I don't want something.
Oh yeah, you can let I go first too. Fuck.
Well,
I get
already
hit, I
went
get
first.
hit. Well, then I'll follow close behind, you know? I'll go touch stuff. We don't need a kiwi to do that.
The kiwi gives you such a stank eye.
You ate a bug. Don't look at me like that. I'd never do that.
I want to fly one day.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Wanna try now?
assume most of this chat
I'm
is
gonna
in the
learn
mental
how to
chat
fly.
room and not just talking out loud about this stuff, right?
Oh, I'd be talking to the bird when I'm talking.
But the rest of it.
Yeah, no, the rest of it for sure.
All right, so you kind of make your way up this little hallway and into a wider open natural cavern. It's all been worn smooth by water erosion and is made cool and damp by the spray of a 4-foot-high waterfall, which feeds a small stream that disappears into a hole at the opposite end of the cavern. A skeletal figure lies sprawled across the floor, its head pointed toward the narrow stream.
So wait, this is a hole here, and there's a waterfall here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the stream starts here,
Oh, that's
comes down, and then this is a little 4-foot waterfall down to a hole.
Yeah.
And where's the skeleton?
It's kind of just by the stream in this room. I'll put a little thing up there so you guys can see it. Is there a skeleton token?
Skelly boy.
I think like there would be.
Henry? Anything?
Any detect magicals?
No magic detected in here.
Nothing. And I stick my hand in the stream.
It's cold.
It's nice. It's cold.
I'm
gonna
assuming
go
we're moving
see that
more,
waterfall.
right?
Can I do a medicine check on the skeleton to see how it died?
Yeah.
And then if we're moving into this room more, once we're in here, I'm going to do activate divine sense.
Okay. What does that do?
So for the next turn, I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Okay. Nothing pings off of that.
Okay, so the skeleton is not alive undead.
Correct.
Okay.
It's just like the
A scaly one.
clothes and leather have been rotting away. It's like he died a while ago. 28. Yeah, it looks like he was killed by something. Blunt trauma to, I don't know if you can see that from a skeleton, but we'll say
Blunt force you could definitely see from the skeleton.
Okay. Yeah.
Stabbing might be harder.
Blunt force trauma.
If it didn't damage the bone.
I like to cast Crown of Stars
Oh.
myself. It lasts for an hour.
Neat.
So I'll just kind of and that's my little lantern as it's going. And I have 7 little stars just hovering around my head.
Cool.
Well, this guy got in an argument with somebody and he clubbed him over the head.
And this goes into the ground, you said, right?
Yes.
With that 28, can I tell how long ago he died?
Probably in the 50-year range.
I would have walked over to the waterfall.
As you're kind of poking around and looking at the water, you find an ivory drinking horn with a gilded rim.
Oh.
Don't drink out of that.
I pick it up. I pick it up for sure.
Looks like it could probably fetch you about 500 gold pieces.
I'm keeping this. And I kind of hook it to my belt.
Well, this
Just
guy's
like
been dead for a
pork.
long time.
Huh. Guys, look what I found.
Did anyone find any exits out of this room, or is this a dead end?
Go
mean-
swimming.
Yeah, I think that's the only way out.
Wait, swimming?
If we want to go this way, that seems to be the way through.
Well, I can do that. Can the rest of you?
It depends on how long the tunnel is.
I'm going to do it. I put the drinking horn under the waterfall and I drink out of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Tastes good.
What was your question?
Well,
We're already dying.
me and you can swim, but
Well, yes, but we know what we're dying of, so maybe just don't be dying of multiple things at once.
I have detect magic on.
Yeah, aside from it just possibly being magic, we don't know what the source of that water is. It could be gross.
It could be, but at least if there's no bugs
hey,
in it.
Based on its connection.
Why are you still drinking it?
I'm not dead yet. And I'm thirsty.
Don't drink it till you're dead. We have skin. Oh, fuck. I'll just hand you my water skin.
I just cast purified drink on the fucking water.
I just took it back to my belt. I like my little drinking horn.
I mean, you feel
No, it
like
tastes too clean.
that this stream was probably utilized for water consumption for the people living in that bunk you guys just left.
It could have. I mean, there was a drinking horn here. There was a guy who looks like he was trying to get some water. I look. Context clues here, guys.
There's a dead man looks like he was trying.
The water didn't
was
beat him over the head.
Does it look like
Maybe.
the water leads somewhere?
No, it's like an underground stream. So
Okay,
it's like
so it doesn't
it's not like, yeah, this doesn't strike you as like some secret entrance to another part of this vault. It's just this is probably where they got their water source.
Okay, let's go back then and see what the next rooms are.
Oh, sorry, wondered.
Tell me a little bit more about your griffin's perception. Like, does he have any special ways of percepting?
Yeah, he has a 29 passive perception.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Hey, Jake, can you move us a little bit closer to Coulter?
Touch closer to Coulter.
Dark vision of 60 feet. Advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight. And his passive perception is only 15.
Whoa.
Okay. He remains staunch and vigilant.
Okay.
Okay, so you move back into the bunk. Everybody's kind of following. Are you guys going back into this table room?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think go to the next door clockwise, or counterclockwise, rather.
Who's going first? What do we?
I'll go first. That
I'll follow.
way, if somebody gets stabbed, it's me.
I'll be solidly second.
I'll bring up the rear.
1.5.
God, I always.
Also, Rio, my passive perception is 9, so that 15's not bad.
All right, so as you go
Mine's
into
only-
that north-ish room, again, this floor of this room is covered with filth and moldering debris and reeks of untold generations of rats. A faded fresco at the back wall depicts several human, elf, and dwarf wizards battling a black dragon.
Okay,
Ooh,
well,
does it look like smoky glass?
It doesn't.
that dragon looks evil. I can understand that.
As you make your way in,
Black, is
this
it black?
Well, because it's threatening people.
This floor is difficult terrain, so as you move in, you know, it's difficult terrain because of all the debris.
I'm immune to difficult terrain.
Okay, that's nice for you.
I'll say there's no obvious doors or ways out of this room that I'm going to check the last room that led off.
Okay. Also, Emery, there is, if your detect magic is still going, there's 3 magical auras in this room. One is divination and one is conjuration. Those are both emanating from just like the floor, this spot in the floor. And then the third aura is transmutation magic, and it's coming from an iron wand that seems embedded in the fresco. So like one of the figures in one of the human elf or dwarfs is looks like they're holding a wand, and then there actually is a metal rod in the wall.
Can I do a history check on this fresco?
Sure.
See if it's like something like a notable Seattle or something.
Tell us what the magic stuff.
5.
Nice. Well, you can tell all of the figures are to scale. So, like, it's a huge fresco, and the dragon is like the scale of what a dragon would be, and the human wizard, the oh my god, the human beings in the are also to scale. You see the wand again as well.
As I see those glowies on the ground where the magic is, I'm gonna pull out. I have 3 daggers now, so I'm gonna pull out one of the normal daggers.
Okay.
And I'm gonna point to the spot on the floor, but I'm staring at the wand. We go divination, transmutation. As I say transmutation, I want to touch the wand with my dagger.
With your dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that doesn't trigger anything.
Wait, so
I
what's
pop it out
divinations
with
on the floor?
dagger? I pop it out of the wall with the dagger.
No.
Okay.
You can try and make a roll for that, but
And
Well, what would you like me to roll for that one?
I hand you my
dexterity.
kiwi.
Dex?
Yeah.
Dex check, dex save.
Dex save.
We have to die eventually.
We do not.
I prefer it if we did.
21.
Okay, so you can sense that it will come free from the fresco, but you cannot manipulate it out using the dagger.
You gotta touch it and it'll come out. Can a kiwi do it?
How much do you want it?
I want it a
I don't
lot.
think so.
I will walk up.
Give me just a second, hang on. And I'll pull the bag out and dig around inside and in like the Mary Poppins fashion of all arm gone, pull out a crowbar and hand it over.
I
Crowbar.
will take it.
Interesting.
I will.
Okay.
Wait. I have mage hand.
Okay.
Mage
try
hand is
to
just
make-
as strong as my kiwi.
It's like 5 pounds.
Kiwis have thumbs.
I'm just going
Birds, they have little grabby hands.
You're just touching.
Yes.
I'm gonna touch it. All right.
You are able to get it free, and then a bolt of lightning
Yep.
strikes out at you.
I was good at touching.
And also jumps over on to Emery as
That's
well.
true.
So
I'd like to point out,
you
if you
guys
use
go
the
ahead
kiwi-
and make dexterity saving
The
throws.
kiwi can't pull a wand out of a stone.
We are a lot of chaos tonight.
Also divination. A nat 20,
Nice.
which makes it 23. You said dex save?
Yes.
What? Roll.
This green dice is giving me.
Oh,
good
net
roll.
20.
Very good. Yeah.
24.
Okay,
Nice.
so you guys.
Oh, I'm sorry. The first one's a 13. It actually popped up. 13. Sorry.
You could have had it. You could have.
Let's see here. How much damage?
We would have known.
So that's going to be 36 for you,
Okay.
lightning, and then half of that for you, madame.
18.
Thanks, friends. I don't do math.
Does anybody study the fresco further, more closely?
Okay. Maybe we just take a second and we
You good?
look.
Thanks.
I'll study the fresco.
I got you, buddy.
So you go ahead and make an investigation.
Little sparking.
22.
Excellent. So you see that there is a small hole. So the dragon is like clutching a chest, and there's like a small hole that's actually drilled into the wall, into the fresco of that chest. And it looks like it's just the right size for that wand.
Can I borrow that?
Would you say this takes a minute?
Sure.
Okay, could you roll 20d6?
I would like to investigate.
Why
what
20
divination
D6?
is.
Because I cast Aura of Vitality for the next minute. Every 6 seconds, I can heal you for 2d6.
So you're kind of having to like clear the debris away
And not
from
love
this
it.
area. And you do see, the magic just seems to be coming from right under the stone that's right there. So you've cleared it away and you're looking at that stone. Go ahead and make me, I don't know, strength if you're trying to move the flagstone, or dexterity if you're trying to, I don't know.
So
Because you're seeing magic in the floor, what would you try to do? You would try to move the wall. So I guess strength.
I'd
probably.
move it. Yeah, I'd try to move it.
Benlin casts Aura of Vitality and just starts slowly healing them over the next minute. So you're both at full.
Oh,
Because
cool.
it's
Thank you.
67 plus 5 for every 2d6. So 10, 5, 50. So yeah, I have more than enough to heal both of you.
Well, thanks.
Does anyone else have any damage?
You know, you didn't have to do
Any
that. I
cough
would
or
have just
itchy
taken.
skin?
Thank you. I'll take an arrow for you later. I'll get you back. Don't
All
worry.
right.
Strength save, strength check.
Check.
Can it be athletics?
You're fired. That's a 7.
Okay. You can tell that this is loose, but you are not able to lift it out.
Hey, I need someone to move this, and I would do it myself, but I physically cannot.
Crowbar?
Crowbar!
Nice. Yeah, you did already have that out, didn't
That's
you?
true. That's true. I was finding a crowbar. Could I add something to my strength
Sure.
check or?
So you're able to loosen it. It's a 3-foot. You kind of loosen the flagstone and flip it up. There's a 3-foot deep, 4-foot wide cubby hole down there. There's some rotted crates and some empty glass vials. But you find a potion and a strange looking robe.
I take the robe and the potion. Can I? Someone want to tell me what this potion is?
Kirill's like just about to shove the wand into the hole.
Hey,
Maybe we let's.
stuff.
How about we could identify it before we drink it.
I was gonna give it to Bo
Kirill.
as a thanks, but yes, please identify it first.
Carol, if she found the magic stuff, are we sure that that's not a further trap that you're about to do?
Or we had to get struck by lightning in
a
order to
weird
open
robe.
the door. I would
Okay.
like to immediately fling it on because all I want is eyeballs. I want that eyeball thing so bad in the cask of whatever the fuck. So that gets thrown on.
Kirill can't. I recognize it when you're already in motion,
It's
so I can't do
mid-play,
anything. And
yeah.
it just.
Clasp.
Yeah, you go on it. It's buzzing with magic, but you kind of are gonna have to meditate it on it a while
have
to
to
attune
attune
to
to
it.
All right, it's
So-
kind of nice. I think it looks pretty good on me. What do you think?
I will identify the robe.
You identify it as a robe of eyes. It is a wondrous item and rare, and it requires attunement. While you wear the robe, you gain the following effects. You can see in all directions, and you have advantage on wisdom checks that rely on sight. You have dark vision out to a range of 120 feet, and you can see invisible creatures and objects, as well as see into the ethereal plane up to 120 feet.
That would have helped last night.
Leave the last bit out.
Too bad. Cool. Yeah, so but it requires attunement first.
It does.
Do you have any attunement slots left?
No, but I don't really need the sun. I don't know. I'll figure something out.
The potion is a potion of fire giant strength.
I have a shadow blade already. You want the second sun blade?
Yes.
I would like to, as a thank you for taking that lightning for me, I gift you my sun blade.
Okay.
Because you
Are
have
you
one
dual
too,
wielding
right?
lightsabers?
I don't know. I don't know if I can or not.
Okay, Darth Maul.
Damn it, I can't.
Did we find out what the potion
Because it takes
was?
a
Did
tuning
we?
slot.
It's a-
Serpentine doesn't.
A potion of fire giant strength.
Well, he got my sword. I'm taking the potion. Or who? Here, put this in the
I could
sack.
use it.
Fire giant
Okay,
strength.
just hold on to that, and then I'm going to line up the wand and push it in.
Magic surges in the room, and the light is blinding for a second, so everybody has to close their eyes for a second, and then you hear a booming laughter. As you kind of open your eyes, you see the black dragon has appeared in the room with you. Let's go ahead and reveal him.
So, what you were saying about this perhaps also being a trap?
You know,
I am Castellancer, and I have finally been freed from my fresco prison. Greetings, adventurers.
hello.
Wasn't my
I'm
fault.
just gonna say hi to him. I'm gonna assume he's not hostile.
Hello. He kind of takes a claw and like tucks a lock of your hair behind your ear. I have seen many come and go, and few have been able to withstand this place.
Oh, thanks for the warning.
He
Yes.
likes the third room in the place.
Be nice. He was trapped in a fresco.
We were very happy to see you released.
I would hope so. My presence is grand and awe-inspiring.
Reach
really
past
is.
Carol and
Oh, wow.
remove the wand. Does he go back into the fresco? No.
Wow.
Well, I'm off. I need to claim spoils from the nearby villages.
Can I
Thank
try to
you.
do something real quick?
You can, as he's turning to go.
Banishment.
You have banished.
I do.
He's a nice guy.
All right, what do I gotta do?
Charisma saving throw.
But he left us alone.
Okay, I need to
So
get
I-
this step block here.
I think this has been explained to Henry before, but I'll explain it again. We're good.
Uh-huh.
So harm to others is something that we work to stop.
But he didn't harm us, which
But
makes
he-
him not inherently
But
bad.
he just explicitly said he was going to harm others.
Let's wait for the banishment to go.
15.
Banish.
Okay, we got a minute.
It wasn't me.
Okay, so he's gonna go ravage the village. The closest village is Daggerford.
Okay. I've been there once.
Okay, you want him to go kill Gus and Ed and Stiletto?
No, I liked
And
not the little girl that
Hagrid?
she just like
Yes!
popped up. She was cute. I liked her.
He's going to melt them into puddles.
Well, let's tell them.
Is he native to this plane or does he come from somewhere else?
Yeah, where does he come from?
That's a great question.
I mean, unless it explicitly said so, dragons are native
Tell
to
me-
the material plane.
Tell me what banishment means. Like if he stays banished, he returns
So if
to-
he's from a different plane and we last a minute, like my spell lasts a minute, then he's banished there back to wherever he came from.
Okay.
But if he's from this plane, which most dragons are,
Sure.
I just didn't know because he was a weird
Fresco.
Yeah. So is he from the plane of frescoes or?
Yeah, I don't think it doesn't say that he's from a different plane. He's
Okay.
been trapped in the fresco for years, so I would say he's probably from this plane.
Carol, is there some way to put him back in there in the next minute?
So he's
Not
going to
that
come
I'm
back
aware
in a
of.
minute, no matter what. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Listen, I'm not saying we should let him kill everybody, but what I am saying is that you definitely pissed him off by banishing him, and he was not going to kill us
Henry.
all.
Right.
Hey, hold off. If you want to keep exploring, go ahead and keep exploring. We are going to save the town. You make your choice.
That's fair.
Goodbye, Henry. And I'm going to go ahead and start
All right.
preparing the defenses.
All right.
I
No,
love
no.
Kerrigan. I'm sorry, that's Kirill's reaction to
No,
this.
that's all fine. That's good. And Henry would be like, "Hey, we didn't die. I see this as a win." So that's
There's a
valid.
choice.
Hallway, get some distance. Bo, you want to get on the other side of him, so we start out flanking. And then Kirill, you get some distance too.
Summon Celestial.
Oh
Paige
my
stepped
god.
up in the best position for flanking damage.
What are we thinking? Badger or something unique?
Emily, where are you going?
I'm
unique.
staying right there because I got a plan.
If you could give me one of those large tokens that you did last time and just leave it in this room.
We did the canopic
Yes.
one, right? That was cool. Okay.
And then I'm going to ready a Rolithim Psychic Lance.
I'm gonna ready my dagger attack.
I'm assuming you want flanking, so if Emery goes, are you, Kiro, you're staying in melee or no?
No.
Are you staying in melee or no?
I'm staying in melee. Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm gonna move you here, because he's gonna come back here. So then I'm gonna put Paige here, so...
No, Paige wants to be at range.
I thought you just said you want to be flanking.
I would prefer range if someone else can flank
Oh.
for me.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're flanking as long as someone's not.
You get sneak attack as long as we're next to it.
Okay, then
Yeah.
in this size, I'm perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, but I get more damage if it's ranged.
As you guys are kind of getting into position and talking to each other.
My Celestial will also ready his attack.
Okay, excellent.
And I'm going to
And
prepare
this is
booming
specifically
blade.
for when the dragon returns. that
Yes.
you will be
Once it comes back,
releasing all of
they
these.
release.
Attack.
Okay, so
And then I summon a particularly angry porcupine.
okay.
Okay.
Let me get another token out for Porcupine.
Out of curiosity, why porcupine?
I want to do something creative.
All right.
What's
so
more creative than a porcupine? They're so
let me
cute.
Flip him upside down.
He's going to eat him like a
I'll
pumpkin.
put the
That good.
red on it. Okay, as you guys are getting in position, you hear a slow clap. And in that room that had the tables, you look towards it. You don't see anybody at first, and then an invisibility spell drops from an archmage who's kind of giving you this slow clap. And next to him, he has a death slot.
Were they in the room the whole
That's
time?
where we'll end.
God!
I gotta know, was he in the room the whole time? We just walked past him.
Yeah, they followed you down,
Oh, okay.
invisible, and
Gotcha.
we're watching you to see what was
I
going on.
have a helmet that has sea invisibility on it.
If I had attuned to my new robe, we would have seen them.
That would have
too.
taken an hour.
Yes.
All right, thank you
Damn.
all so much for joining us this
Don't forget the new
evening
tagline.
as we do our thing in the mysteries. Thank you to our patrons, Sparky, Dossivid, Rockelman, Rio's Mom, Daniel, Meepo, Dream Lover, Duke Grellin, Eric Fox, Alistair, and Taco Arcana. Thank you guys for your support. Blood Sands is coming up, so if you're wanting to do some cool one-on-one tourneys, it is a lot of fun, and you can check out our website to register for that. Our new tagline is...
Okay, bye.